As debate over President Obama taking executive action on guns has intensified, so has the sale of guns. According to new federal data released last month, the U.S. has seen some of the highest sales in nearly 20 years. And the sales are believed to have been driven by the president's call for tougher laws on the heels of the San Bernardino shooting at the beginning of December. MSNBC's senior editor for video and digital content, Cal Perry, joins me with more on this. And what is this data revealing, Cal? Because I think a lot of people would be surprised to see the correlation of the president's discussion of gun reform and the spike in sales.
Yeah, Thomas, I was very surprised. It's not even new legislation. It's even the anticipation that there could be new legislation. Some people are making the remarks that Barack Obama sells more guns than anyone else in America. And unfortunately, it kind of bears out to be true when you look at the data. Take a look here. This first graph we have for you is the presidency of Barack Obama. Now, you're going to see a few peaks. That first peak is after September 11th. That second peak is when Barack Obama was elected president. This is gun sales in the United States month by month. The biggest peak there is when Barack Obama was re-elected president shortly after the Sandy Hook massacre. That final peak there is just last month, December of 2015, 1.6 million guns sold in this country.
Wow.
And Thomas, will break it down a little bit state by state here. Let's take the state of New Jersey. When Chris Christie introduced legislation that would expand background checks and would ban certain rifles, I mean, the gun sales in the state of New Jersey just went through the roof. You can see they're up by more than 4% there in 2013. We'll take you to the state of Maryland. We hear Governor O'Malley talking all the time about the strict gun laws in the state of Maryland. Well, when he introduced his legislation, which would ban automatic rifles, gun spikes, sales spiked again. So we see this time and time again. Each time someone comes out and threatens further legislation, gun sales just soar. So it's bearing out to be true today as well, Thomas.
All right, so let's look at this in real time, because we can look at the stock market today to get an idea of how folks reacted to the president's remarks. Cal, what did you see?
Smith & Wesson trending up more than 12%. It's peaked just after the president started giving those remarks. So just even on a day like today, the data does bear out to be true. We're seeing gun sales up even on a daily basis. I do want to say last month, 1.6 million guns sold. That's as much per month as any month in the last 2 years. So we're still on the increase, Thomas.
All right, Cal Perry, thanks for the breakdown. Appreciate it. My colleague, Francis Rivera, an update now with the reaction of our Pulse question for today. And what are the final numbers?
Interesting when we ask our viewers at home to weigh in, especially in light of the emotional words from President Obama. Is President Obama right to bypass Congress when it comes to gun control? Take a look at this. With 77%, we've seen this growing. Now those who say yes reach 77%. Those who believe no is 23%. When you break it down in real time, as far as those of you at home, and how we're looking and taking a look at that graph here. Here we go, and that's coming up with most of the people in our conversation, especially with Cal, showing that the gun sales have been soaring after those remarks. Now we're showing a reflection as well. Most of our viewers, as this is moving down in real time, kind of more towards the yeses. And when you break down political party as well, let's see who is voting, who's out there. And you can see here with the blues representing the Democrats. If we can get that, you can see most of them skewing towards yeses, Republicans as well. So you can see, keep the conversation going, Thomas, as again, many out there are feeling very polarized when it comes to this. And we ask you, is President Obama right to bypass Congress on gun control?
Francis, thanks very much, and thank you all at home.
I'm the leading state sponsor of terrorism.